Okay, for those of you who have smartphones but do not have data plans, you can still use Google Maps to get turn-by-turn directions to find your way around and navigate areas without having a cellular connection. So here's how we do it. First off, this is on an Android phone. So first off, we need to install Google Maps. And this is the Google Maps icon up here. A lot of Android phones it's installed by default. If not, you need to go to the Google Play Store or the Android Play Store, which is this icon here, and do a search for Google Maps, and you'll find it. It's pretty easy. It'll be top of the search result, and install it. Once it's installed, you'll have a program with an icon like that for Google Maps on your phone. So launch Google Maps, and by default, it normally defaults to where you are currently, which for myself is at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search for, let's use the waterfall tour in Hamilton as an example. The first place we're going to go is Devil's Punch Bowl. So I'm going to do a search for Devil's Punch Bowl. So there's Devil's Punch Bowl Conservation Area. I do a search for that. And there it's found Devil's Punch Bowl in Hamilton. Now, I'm going to click on what we refer to as the hamburger button, which is those 3 bars. That's the link to the menu. So I'm going to click on that and drive down. And here we, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. And here, offline maps. We want to click on offline maps. And we want to select our own map. And here we have an area highlighted. And this is in that Hamilton area where Devil's Punch Bowl is. It's already highlighted it for us. Now we can pinch and zoom that out to increase the map area that we want to download. And we want to increase because we're going to have waterfalls in the Stoner Creek area and also in the Dundas area. So we want to increase the area in Hamilton. So that's what we want. Now, again, it's telling me on the Android, it's telling me it's going to use up to 60 megabytes of device space. It doesn't tell me how much is available like it does on the iPhone, but that's fine. I know how much it's going to download. So there's the map I want to download. So now all I got to do is click download. And away it goes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 15. And it's downloaded the map data. This will put all that Google Map data on our local device, so we do not need a cellular or a Wi-Fi connection to be able to use it. It'll take a minute. 75%. Now I'm at home and on Wi-Fi on his phone. There we go, it's done. Again, Google is saying it expires in 90 days and it'll want to refresh it then. We're not too worried about that because we just need the weekend. So now we go back. So now if I go back home to Brampton and I exit this, and I'm going to exit Google Maps, and here I can turn off. Now this phone does not even have a SIM card, so it has no cellular connection, so it only works on Wi-Fi. So if I turn off Wi-Fi, so now I have no internet connection. Now if I go to Google Maps, and it defaults to where I am at home because it remembers that I was there, and if I do a search for Devil's Punch Bowl, it finds it. Now if I do a search for Felkers Falls, whoops, it finds that. And now if I do a search for, I'll clear that search, and do a search for Albion Falls, there's Albion Falls, Hamilton. There's Albion Falls. And now if I do a search, I'll clear that search and do a search for Black Forest Inn. There's Black Forest Inn. Now, if I click on directions, it defaults to coming from my location to where I want to go. But if I click on my location, and I choose the starting point, and it said as Albion Falls. Now, normally if you were at Albion Falls, that would be the default. So here it's Albion Falls to Black Forest Inn. And if I click on driving directions, there's my driving route from Albion Falls to the Black Forest Inn. And normally if I was on the road, there would be a button to be able to basically say start or go. But because I'm nowhere near there, it doesn't do that for me. So that's how you do offline maps and turn-by-turn directions without a data plan on a cell phone.